Hello everybody, good morning, assuming you're listening to this in the morning time. This is my official commute video. I'm sure y'all are tired of looking at me this week. I don't know, I didn't have a topic set in for this morning, but I don't want to go in not talking about anything or just ranting or continuing conversations from the weekend. The one-sided conversation I feel sometimes. I'm just talking about things that are in my head and just talking out loud. But anyway, so I thought I would talk about something. I don't know where this video will take me totally. At this point, I don't really have a lot of time left on my commute. So we'll probably stick to this one topic. But because this weekend I wanted to boycott spreadsheets. I wanted to boycott my videos, especially Ulti. Oh my goodness. But I finally made myself do it last night at about midnight. Because I had to do it, right? I had to get it done. But a topic that we were talking about this past week in the Anything and Everything channel on the Retire on Dividends Discord were credit cards. I don't know why or how we got on that topic, or I don't even know. But somehow, I guess they were talking about it before I jumped in, and then I just butted into the conversation. But, yeah, so I will say this up front. Yes, it's like a sin with Dave Ramsey. So I know this. Nobody has to tell me. And yes, I did Dave Ramsey-ish. And I know he hates to hear that. Now, I would not recommend anybody else do that. It's just because, like when it goes to doing Dave Ramsey stuff and trying to get debt-free, he talks about it's an emotional thing. And it absolutely can be an emotional thing. It can, and it is for most people. However, I'm a numbers person. So I'm about the numbers. I'm about, how much money I can save in interest and other things like that, right? So I do use credit cards. When I had debt and when I didn't have debt, I still use credit cards. It has given me flexibility with things. Like, I don't have to worry about, which nowadays I don't have to worry about it, but back in the day, or I don't know, 5-10 years ago, do I have enough money in the account to cover this? Tracking all the expenses, like at my daughter, and completing that register and everything, and making sure there's money there. So that was always good. I could just use my credit card and then pay it off at the end of the month, which is the way to do it. If you're going to use credit cards, that's the only way you should be doing it. Credit card interest rates, which I have no clue what they are right now, but I'm sure they're still somewhat expensive. I don't even know. The last credit card I had that was really cheap was like 7-something%, and it was with Regions. And because we didn't use it, because my husband forgot to use it, so it didn't get canceled. It ended up getting canceled for non-use. But the reason we didn't use it is because it just wasn't the best for points, right? And I'm all about some points. So I'm all about earning that extra money. Which, funny story, when my husband and I got together, like, I remember looking at his finances and stuff and his credit card, and he would have it to where, if he didn't have enough money in his checking account, that he had this overdraft protection thing. It'll just come out of my savings or whatever. And then it charged him every time. And then he had a credit card, but he didn't pay it off at the end of the month. So he was
in 1 mile, turn left.
He was, sorry about that, he was paying interest and paying all these fees for like no reason, because it's not like he didn't have money. Sorry, I guess I should have put powder on my face this morning. It's awful shiny. But I just couldn't. About freaked out. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And he was like, well, I don't know, you do it then. So I started taking over his finances. Of course, this was before we got married. This is like as soon as, I don't know, a month or so after we got together. I just couldn't believe the amount of money that was just being thrown away for like overdraft protection and, you know, paying interest on a credit card, but yet you're paying down more on your student loan a month. I don't know. But see, here I go. I've already got way off topic to, I don't even know where I was at. But paying off, I think I was at paying off credit cards every month. So yeah, as long as you have the money to pay it off, that's fine. Of course, hopefully you have a budget and you adhere to your budget. And if you make a consistent income, you know, a regular 9-to-5 job, whatever, you don't have to worry about anything, right? You don't have to worry about overspending or not having enough money at the end of the month, as long as you're watching your finances. Which I know it's easier said than done, but it can be done. But anyway, back to the credit card thing. I know a lot of people don't like credit cards. I mean, it just depends on how you're raised and whatever else. I wasn't raised to use credit cards. In fact, I don't even know if my mom has one. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have one now. Back then, I think she might have had one for emergencies. Like, it wasn't a thing. But also, finances and money wasn't a thing either, except for we don't have any money, right? So we didn't really talk about that much, which I try to do, you know, differently with Carly and understanding. I've listened to so many things about, you know, parents never including their kids in finances or budgeting or household stuff and helping them understand. So it's no hit on my mom or any of you or anybody else. I have just, I guess with all the people dying on me over the years, I just feel like I try to use every moment I can to teach. Not every moment, but every opportunity that I'm doing something to help teach her and just add on to it, you know, not just throw everything on it at once. And no, I would not suggest her to get a credit card. I'm going to try my best to raise her the Dave Ramsey way, so she does not have, sorry, I keep seeing all these notifications from Ride popping up on my phone. But I'm trying to raise her to be debt-free. Of course, that doesn't mean it'll stick, but anyway, you can earn points. Heck, you can even earn points. You can earn points on debit cards, or at least you used to be able to. At least with USAA, I remember they did. It just wasn't as good as the credit cards, right? And I don't even know if they still do that. But points. So I know some people use, they rack up points for vacations. Whether it's, you know, points for flights or points for hotels. And you really need to research, you know, the best credit cards out there for you. But then be careful that you're not getting one that you're going to have to pay an annual fee for. And then I would say for anybody that's active military, not active reserves, like active duty, you have an active duty LES, 30-day LES that you can provide, or orders or whatever else. Chase Sapphire Reserve, this is just in the last few years. If you're on, you know, like I said, active, they'll waive the $495 fee for the year, and you get it, and there's tons of perks with it. You get back a couple $100 for travel and all kinds of stuff. It's been a while. They cut mine off after a year, me coming back home from Sergeant Major Academy, because I couldn't prove that I was still on active duty. So they cut mine off. Then there's the American Express that I don't know how much there is, but the Platinum American Express, if you're military, when you go on active, same thing. They'll waive whatever that annual fee is, but you know, at least right now, so I still have mine. They don't revalidate theirs, so I do still have mine, and I get like free Walmart Plus a month, like they reimburse it to my credit card. Same thing with, I don't know, we have Hulu and Disney and stuff, so they reimburse that. Which, with that said, that Walmart Plus also comes with a free streaming service. I can't remember, I think it's Paramount. It's either Paramount or Peacock, or it's one of them P's. And then they always have some kind of deals going on like that. They also have lots of rewards or lots of other coupons you can activate and stuff. So that's, you know, some good things for those in the military. So, but back to, it's like researching, right, your situation. One card is not right for everyone, right? And then I know there's also the, oh, it's a credit hit. It's like, well, does it matter? I mean, I don't know. Again, it's on your individual situation. So like me, I used to be like, no, my credit has to be perfect. I can't have all this stuff. I'm gonna buy a house. I need to do this. I need to do that. Now I don't care. So actually I did get a new credit card this year, Fidelity, recently. And last year, once I was redoing finances and stuff, I applied for 2 credit cards then. Wells Fargo, because it was 2% back on everything, and Chase Freedom, I think it is, because they cut off my Chase Sapphire, but it was 1.5% back on everything. And then Wells Fargo came back with needing to validate stuff and letters, and I'm too lazy for that. I don't have time for that. So yeah, I wasted a credit hit there. But you know, I'm not worried about my credit hits because I don't care. And even if I wanted to buy something, I guarantee you I'm going to get a loan for it. Anything that I would want to buy, because clearly I'm not going to buy anything outside of my whatever. Between, though, me and my husband, one of us would be able to get a loan. Whether we're wanting to buy a house, build a house, do whatever. So none of that concerns me. But it may concern you. So make sure that when you do your research, you only apply for the ones you really, really want, and you don't always have to have a bunch. And for some of you, you may not want to switch between credit cards to get your points. Like my husband, he laughed at me, but I wrote on the credit cards just recently which is for each one, since we just got a new Fidelity account and it was going to change things up, because you'll forget. Shoot, I forget. I have to go back and like, what was this one doing again? But so to the credit card. So that's a lot of talking about that. Trying to think of what some others were saying about theirs. I don't remember, but since I am getting close to work, and this is going to be a shorter video, I want to get my credit cards out there just so I get, you know, I know that those are out there. And I get to talk about those a little bit, and who knows, there'll probably be something else popped up. Y'all know me. But, so, I've already talked about the American Express. So, again, I do not feel that I should ever pay for a credit card. Like IHG, they have this great deal right now. They always have great deals where you get lots of points, and those points can be whatever. And I'm trying to get a hotel for New York, trying to find the absolute cheapest way, right? And I said this on my vacation video this weekend. If y'all didn't watch it, you know, I'm trying. When I do stuff and go on vacations, I really try. I used to be a couponer on top of that. But I'm always trying to get the best deals. That doesn't mean I'm broke or poor, because I know that was mentioned by somebody about something else. It just means, you know, you can be frugal and be a minimalist. Not saying that I am. It would be nice to be. But you can be and do those things whether you have money or not, right? I'm sorry. I'm now getting distracted. But anyway, back to the IHG. So I could have got points for hotel, and then you get like a free, I don't know, night or two, a night a year or something. And then if you book 4 nights, you get the 4th night free. I mean, yeah, it's some cool stuff, but I just do not believe in paying for a credit card unless I can just, absolutely know. Hello. Fine. Thank you, too. Unless you can just 100% know, yes, I'm going to use this benefit every year. I know it's going to cost me, and you add it into your budget, fine. I've thought about it because we travel a lot, but I still just, in this case, I did not do it. But you got to read the fine print, right? You've got to make sure that those cards are right for you, especially if you don't want a lot of credit hits, and then you have to turn around and cancel it. You don't want to open it and then cancel it after a year and whatever. So I have American Express. It has lots of, like I said, it's got lots of perks. It has lots of other things. It actually has, if you book through their site, if you book through their thing, you'll get $200 back, I think it is, for a hotel, but you have to book it through their their site. So I could probably get a night free or something. Maybe, only a night if I'm going to Nashville. I guess I should have done that in Nashville this last time I paid for mine. I don't know, oh, baby, as Max would put it. Sorry, you see I get distracted easily. But anyway, there's lots of other perks that I absolutely do not use. The only thing I use my American Express for are for those few things, or if I'm going to spend money somewhere, and I'm okay, at Home Depot and Lowe's this weekend, let me go. I went to all my credit card apps and looked at the rewards and see if I was going to get any extra money back somewhere. And then the one thing I failed to do, I do not do emails. So sometimes you'll get the emails with all these special, things that go on, there's lots of stuff, and it's just not coordinated and making sure it's being planned, or making sure my husband uses the coupons or the right credit card. But if you spend $30 at this place, at Walmart, you get $10 back, right? I always try to make sure I do those. I haven't done great lately, and we've missed some. If I don't check my email, or if I'm not checking the rewards, that I don't know that those things are happening. That's on everyday expenses, right? So anyway, that's what I do with American Express. And it doesn't do Netflix, so if you're wondering. Because I was let's do Netflix back, which that's another topic, because I really hate paying people money, and I try not to do so. So I'm always looking, again, for deals. And no, I don't believe in cable and all that stuff. But so, okay, that one. And then Chase Freedom, which I'm pretty sure it's what it is this new one is Freedom that I had gotten last year, because it gives me 1.5% back on everything. So that has actually been our primary card for the last year, since I didn't want to go through the hoops or whatever for Wells Fargo. So I don't know. It had some special things. I wish I could tell you I remember all the things it has, but I was gonna say I have my credit card right here. I'll just tell you what it says, but apparently I don't. I don't know where it is. It might be in my bag. But I think we're using that one. Actually, I can look at it to these others. We're using that one now for dining and pharmacy. So dining, they give 3% back, and pharmacy, they give, it has to be 3% back too, or otherwise we wouldn't use it. So, and I know it's like, well, it's just 1%. I know, but you know what? Stuff can add up. We spend a lot of money. And since, honestly, since I've been doing investing, and since I started doing YouTube, actually since I just started doing YouTube, me keeping up with my finances, I know I'll tell you and everybody else to do your budget and keep up with your finances, but again, everybody's in a different place in life, in different situations. But I have not been able to keep up with mine since I've started the YouTube videos. I can't even keep up with my investments, more or less. Download and categorize all my stuff into Quicken. I mean, it's in there, obviously. It's downloading. That's easy, but getting it in there, categorizing, checking with the budget, making sure within the spending limits and everything else. I know what our spending limit is. Like the categories. Most stuff we have is just, whatever it is. And then just regular monthly stuff. I don't even remember what our regular spending is, but I know I can only get one massage a month, right? So I know that. I don't have to look it up to see. I know one massage a month, because if not, I'll be getting 2 or 3 massages, or 2, because 3 would be really rough, but in my schedule. And then I don't always, we're going to buy our groceries regardless. Now, another thing would be restaurants. That's where it can get tough. And when it comes to kids, and spending too much money there. So, which, let me get back around to my point, is with my credit cards, yeah, that 1% dining doesn't seem like it's much, but, it adds up. It really does, because I get thousands of dollars back a year in rewards. I have, if you don't know or recall, I have 4 kids and son-in-laws and grandkids. So there's lots of spending that goes on. So I try to squeeze everything out that I can. I don't really do coupons anymore unless it's something like CVS. I'll do CVS. I'll add the coupons to my app, which honestly, I haven't even done that in a really long time, because that requires me to get in there, look at the coupons, look at all this stuff, look at the sales, and I don't have time for that either. I'll do it every now and then when I have to, like if I need, I don't know, face wash or whatever. But all right, so we get, like I said, 3% back on our dining and Chase, and that's the best. Our dining and pharmacy on our Chase Freedom. And then we use our Sam's Club credit card, at Sam's Club, 5% back, and then for gas, 5% back. Sam's Club also gives 3% back for dining. And if this other credit card, if my Chase Freedom didn't have the pharmacy, also 3%, I'd probably say just stop using that one, and we'll just go back to this one to reduce cards. But the thing about Sam's Club is, here's the thing, it's not easy just, cashing it out. I can't just cash the money out. I can't apply it to my bill, or to my credit card bill or anything like that. So in order to get the money, I have to physically go to Sam's Club to customer service, and my husband can't do it, so that makes it even worse. That means I have to do it, and I don't want to do that stuff. I don't have time for that. So, because I sent my husband this last year, which, again, so if I have to do it, it's only going to happen once a year, but I sent my husband, and then they wouldn't allow him to do it. I had to do it. And then, of course, you have to wait, and you have to stand in line, and then they're like, oh, it's a bunch of money, and then they had to find money, and then it's just too much, and I don't like it. So the least amount that I can use my Sam's Club is fine with me, because I have to go. Now, you can, for those of you that might have a Sam's Club card, yeah, you can use your Sam's Club card to pay for your purchases, you know. But you know what? If you use them to pay for those purchases, you're not getting points for that. So, you know, I used to do that, and then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, but if I'm, you know, say I have $1,000 there, and then I use it to buy things, well, that's $1,000 that I could have used to get, you know, points back, 5% back. I know it's not that much, but again, it adds up over time. So yeah, I just, you know, use that one for the bare minimum. So that's gas. They only do up to so much a year, but I would never hit that limit, and I travel a lot. So I used to travel back and forth to Nashville, you know, round trip 3 or so hours and everything, and I've never had to worry about that limit. They might have some other perks and stuff to go along with that, but basically gas and 5% back on all my Sam's Club purchases as a Sam's Club Plus member. And I think when I originally got this card too, they had a thing going on in the glasses, subscription glasses, that if you got, I don't know, 2 pairs of glasses, you got $40 off. And then if you got a credit card, you got $40 off. They always have deals. You just have to, you know, whatever. And that's assuming you use Sam's Club as well. Now that one is a fee, but it's not a fee for the credit card. It's a fee for the membership, right, for Sam's Club. And I think it's $100. It might have went up to $120 a year. I don't know. But then I'm trying to think. So yeah. So then the last one, which is the brand new one we just got, is Fidelity. So basically I wrote on it, on the front of it, I wrote non-dining, pharmacy, gas, Amazon, oh, I forgot about that one, and Sam's Club. So this one would be used for everything but those things. So you don't have to look at all the credit cards, right? Of course, the marker's starting to come off already. But yeah, we have Amazon. So it's only used for Amazon purchases, 5% back. Now, it used to do a pharmacy discount. It used to be 2%, but they went away with that, so they don't have that anymore. They have Whole Foods, but we don't have Whole Foods. They have other things, but since I don't use them, I don't know what they are, so I apologize. But because Amazon is Chase. So with that, those 2 Chase cards that I have, Chase Freedom and Amazon, they also have special deals. You just have to go to the app though and actually look them up and add them to your card. It's not going to be added to your card, just like coupons. If you went to a store, it doesn't automatically add to your card. You have to look for them. So I usually do this, you know, I'll do it every now and then, but definitely if I'm going to go spend money somewhere, like I said, I'm sorry, my go-to places are Lowe's and Home Depot. So, you know, you're always going to want to go look to see what's out there. And like I said, sometimes they do those special ones where you spend so much money at Walmart, you know, $30, you get $15 back or $10 back. That is free money. I know we always want to talk about free money. That's free money. There's no reason not to do it. You just have to take the time to do that. Like I said, I used to be a couponer, and man, I used to kill it on vacations too and saving money. It can be done. So that's for those Chase ones and the Amazon one. And then this Fidelity one, honestly, I don't know, because this Fidelity one is not in a great app like the other ones. It's in your regular Fidelity regular app with all your investments. So I don't even know if it has rewards attached to it or not, besides the fact that you get 2% back on everything. And then I think you have to set it up, and I think it's set up that way. I don't know. I haven't even had this a month yet, but you have to, I mean, it will automatically cash out every month into your investment account, which is great, because then you're not, so I have a habit of, what I used to do is I'd wait till the end of the year, And I just let all my points accumulate all year, and then I would cash them out around Christmas time, and that would be Christmas money, right? You have $1,000, $2,000 in rewards, and but then it's like, why? Especially if you're just doing cash, because you could have at least put that in a savings account. Again, it could have been earning more money, or you could have paid it towards a bill or something else, or you pay less interest. I know, again, small amounts of money, but it can add up. I know y'all are probably tired of me saying that at this point. There's also, if you don't know, gift cards. Like, honestly, well, used to, it was better to get cash back than it was gift card. The gift card would cost you more points than it would cost you just to get your cash back, so it made no sense. But at least I know with Chase Freedom, like, I think American Express does it. So be very careful when you do this too. American Express, it will cost you more, like 3,000 points, and I'm just using this as an example. I don't look at them anymore, but like 3,000 points for a $25 credit card, or you can use 2,500 points to get $25 back or whatever. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to buy those gift cards. And if you're wanting to buy them for people, get the cash, pay it towards your bill, whatever, get the cash back and go buy a card. And then on top of that, when I buy gift cards, I buy them at Sam's Club. So I'm sure you can buy them at places like this too, where I can buy like an O'Charlie's gift card for $37.50 for a $50 card. And I just immediately got, 12.5% or whatever savings. And then they used to do 20% coupons in the mail. So then I'd also do that. And then I'd also do military. So I would bank on those. So I forgot where I was at. Dang it. I apologize. I don't know what I was talking about, and I got off on something different. Oh, I was talking about the cards. So yeah, like recently, I talking about the gift card things. Oh, that's what I was getting at, is that you can get some of them, you might be able to get discounted gift cards. So like the Chase one, which sucked this weekend, I was so disappointed. They have all these credit cards, and they have some gift cards, and they have some of them that have lots of things on it. So it's not just one company, it's 5 companies, it's 30 companies, 40 actually there's one that's like 100 companies, and I was skeptical about it at first. I was like, this seems like a scam. But anyway, so my first one I did, I was like, I wanted to buy all these tools at Home Depot. I don't know what I bought this off the top of my head this second, but I think it had to do with the RV and pressure washer, different things, whatever. So I went and looked, and because I remember there being this gift card thing, and you could get 10% off, but it was like for 100 different gift cards. I was like, I don't know. So I got like the bare minimum. They sent me an email. It takes me to a website, and then that's like a credit for a $25 gift card, and it has like 100 and something different gift cards on that site. They have Lowe's and Home Depot. So I was able to get those discounted. So like, I don't know, 2,000 or 2,250 points for $25 gift cards. So I was able to get them cheaper than it would have been if I would have just done cash, and then bought them. So I saved some money there. So I spent I cashed out like $300 worth of points, so I could use them towards this Home Depot purchase, because that's the only place that has Ryobi, right? Ryobi is like a thing with Home Depot. And so I'm a Ryobi person, by the way. I converted from being a DeWalt person a long time ago. But, yeah, so then this weekend, I went to Home Depot to buy another tool thing. And I was very disappointed to see that gift card was not 10% off. But I've noticed other ones that weren't before. So it's like they do this rotation with them. So like I have one that's on there now, which I have some already, food gift cards where you get discounts and stuff. So that's good gifts, or just good to keep, again, to have discounts when you go to restaurants and stuff, so you can save a little bit of money there. But anyway, that's just some things. I know there's lots of other things, and people do points for hotels and flights and other things. I can't think of anything else. I'm sure there's things that I haven't talked about or didn't mention that I'm later going to wish I had mentioned. But be careful. I know you can earn a lot of money out there with these points. You can use them to do stuff. You can use them to invest. You can use them to buy Christmas presents, whatever you want to do. But yeah, make sure you look at rewards. Try to get the best bang for your buck. That's what I try to do. And remember what I tell my daughter, and I used to have to do this when I didn't have a lot of money as well, which today I should still do it. I should have done it when I bought these tools, this last set of tools. How much money is it gonna cost for this item, and how many hours would it take me to work for that item, and is it worth it? And I say that because things accumulate, right? And, we live in an RV, and things can accumulate, things will pile up. Then you can, if you're anything like me, you get frustrated because there's so much crap around, and then you just start wanting to throw stuff away. Clearly not going to throw away any of my tools. But then you just start wanting to get rid of stuff, and I see people all the time that have yard sales, which is why I also like to do yard sales and secondhand stuff, because it's like almost like a used car or something. Of course, there's engine parts and things that scare me there because I'm not a car person, but let somebody else pay full price for something and then realize they don't want it after, I don't know, 30 days or a year, and then you get it for half the price. I don't know. It's just the thrifty spender in me. Yeah. So it was just a topic of conversation, credit cards. I know this is a long talk about credit cards and different things thrown in there. And it was just something we talked about in the Discord. And just remember, the more money you can save and the money you can get back, and the less money you spend on other things, it's more money that you can invest for your future, your kids' future, or whatever you're doing it for. Anyway, I appreciate it. It was supposed to be a short video. Now I'm sitting here in my work in the parking lot for 20 minutes. So if you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully you got something out of this. Yeah, hopefully you got something out of this. If y'all have so many tips or tricks or other credit cards, definitely mention them in the bottom with some of those credit cards and deals, because I'm sure there's other people out there, they look for stuff and they want to know pros and cons and different things with other cards, which, by the way, reminds me, so Fidelity, if you're interested, when I signed up, and they do this like balance, all these credit card companies want to do balance transfers, but be careful because of those fees. I know used to USAA would do a flat $75 fee, and that was it. Now it's $75 or 3%, whichever is more, I think. I don't know. Or which one, I don't know. But anyway, Fidelity, I'm pretty sure it said it's like 0% interest on purchases. So not I think you can do a transfer too, but just on everyday purchases, 0% for like 18 months. So, you don't have to worry about a fee or anything like that. You can just use your credit card like normal. And then it's 0% interest for 18 months. So they may or may not still have that one, but just to put that out there, I would have been upset with myself if I didn't mention that to y'all. But again, just make sure, do your research, do your homework. Don't just do the first thing that somebody suggests or the first thing you find on the internet. Read the fine print, write it down, compare. That's what I do. I compare things. Sometimes, yes, I get analysis paralysis, right, in doing things. And I do that with shopping too, because I'm trying to find the best deal with things. Whether it's a dishwasher or whatever. That's just one of my most recent things this past year, is trying to find a dishwasher for the RV. I don't have a dishwasher for the RV. So anyway, I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry if you made it this long and listened to everything I had to say. I apologize for the long video that was supposed to be short. But I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all later.